Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another EC video. This time I'm going back to the Tales from the Crypt movie to highlight Reflection of Death. Now, I don't have the original issue, which is Tales from the Crypt 23, where Reflection of Death showed up. It's a pretty difficult issue to find, and one day I will add it to my collection when I'm able to find it at the price I want to pay. But in the meantime, I have this. The oversized reprint of it. It's actually part of, I forget, it's EC Classics number 11. There were a lot of these that were released. For some reason, they put number 24 first, and then they went to number 23 that had Reflection of Death. But when you flip through the book, number 23 is first. I don't know. I didn't decide on that, but no matter what, it's still a very cool book. Let me put it back a little less glare, and you can see the whole thing. I'll show you an inside look at it in a little bit, but while I talk about the review of both the written, drawn story, and then the one that showed up on the silver screen, I'll talk about that right now. They're both very similar, maybe a different name, different change in name here and there. A little bit of a plot, more of a plot added to the actual one that showed up on the movie. In this one, the character is basically supposed to be you, and you're driving, I believe, with a friend. Let me just double check. I haven't read this one in a while. Yeah. You're driving along with a friend, you get into a car accident, and you wake up and you're trying to find yourself, trying to find a way home. And you're going through all of these, paths. And you meet people that seem to be afraid, scared of you, and you find out that, it's because you're a zombie. But then you wake up from this dream apparently you're having, and then the dream seems to come true. Now, in the movie, like I said, with a lot of the protagonists in both movies, Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror, they gave those protagonists a sinister edge. Like, for instance, the guy that all this happens to, he was leaving his wife to go, wife and kids, to be with a mistress. And then everything I just said from the story happened. So they changed it up a little bit. And, I think they changed it for the better. It translates much better on screen when it comes to working with this story. But it's a very unique story, a very good one, and definitely a classic from the actual comics. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a bit of an inside look, take a look at some of the awesome art, and then we'll see some clips from Reflection of Death. Stay tuned, everybody. Just an inside look of Reflection of Death before we get to the film clips. Now, this is the reprint. I don't have the actual number 23, not yet at least, but this will have to do. Feldstein art. The whole thing is, you're supposed to be the main character. A little different than what was on the silver screen, but that's okay. Silver screen, the man was leaving his wife, and he got into the car accident with his mistress, and then he woke up very similar to the images you see here. Now you see everything from his point of view. Your hand is up. People see you and are afraid. She passes out after seeing you. You find your home has been boarded up. And you can't figure out why people are afraid of you. Very similar. His mistress was blinded when he went to go to her home. Now, in this story, he's going to his friend's home. He went blind. He says, "You're dead. You died in that car accident." You don't believe him, though, so you go to the mirror. And yeah, you find out you are dead. That's why everyone was running from you. But then it was just a horrible dream. Nightmare. Or was it? The dream becomes a reality. And as you get up from the wreck, you try to wave somebody down. And you see in their eyes your reflection. You're dead. That is all.
Well, I'm all set.
Must you go tonight, Carl? Can't you leave it till the morning?
No, I'm afraid I can't. My appointment's in the morning. I'll have to drive all night to make it.
When will you be back?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out. I'll phone you.
Did you say goodnight to the kids?
No, I was just going to.
Good night, Daddy.
Goodbye, darling.
The removal men came this morning.
Yeah, well, so I see.
Should all be there by the time we get there.
Yeah.
Shame to give up a nice flat like this.
Yes, I know that, darling. But we've both had to give up quite a bit, haven't we? I love you, Susan. You know that, don't you?
Yes, of course I do.
You meet someone and suddenly that's it. I kiss my kids tonight and hell's sake. I mean, it will be worth it, won't it, for both of us?
Of course it will. You are tired. Let me drive.
No. No. I'm sorry. Bad dream. Look out! Susan. Darling.
Yes?
Susan.
Who is it?
It's me, Carl.
Carl? Carl can't be.
Can't be? What do you mean?
Carl was...
Where have you been?
Please go away.
Look, I've been worried out of my mind. What's happened? Furniture. I don't understand. How did it...
I brought it back. After the crash. And I was blinded.
Blinded.
And Carl was killed. 2 years ago.
I'm sorry. Bad dream.